So good evening, how are you all? What have you been up to? I still don't understand this baggy chicken. Everyone keeps saying baggy chicken. I don't get it. But nice to see you, Karina. Hi Charlie, hi Fran. So as you're all starting to come in, yet again we've had a few technical issues again, and this one relates to Alex, and unfortunately I have to say he's back. Hey. We thought we'd try and wind you up a little bit there.
Hello everyone. We are here.
We are here together. And we've got some fun rounds lined up for you.
Yeah, a bumper special.
Yeah, we thought we'd come back as a duo with something special.
Indeed.
With a duo of favourites.
Including the return of our Zoom of the week.
Yes. And also I've got the marathon question this week as well.
Good evening, Paul.
Hello, Paul. No comments on Twitch and no comments on YouTube as yet.
Charlie Grant says we didn't fall for it. Whatever then.
Yeah.
It's because everything was going too smoothly, that's why. No one believed it was you alone.
You cheeky git.
Yeah.
See, 2 seconds in and he's already having a go at me.
Indeed. I'm going to very quickly, on our score grid, add a bonus column, as there is a bonus points tonight as well. So I'll do that very quickly. That's the bonus.
I'll just add it in calculation.
Yes, it does.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
I'm on tea for the moment.
Hello from the Cat's Whiskers in Perthshire. Glad to see the dynamic duo. Thank you, Pete. Glad to be back.
And Tracy and Charlie in southern Spain near Malaga every week, making us feel
Jealous
as hell.
Crafty Greg, hi both. Nice to see you back.
Thanks, Pete. The Dream Team United. Thank you. Fran, we will be putting your link up to your song at the time we do the video. We've got all that sorted for you.
And we'll do that in due course. So
Hello, Debbie. Nice to see you. Hello, Alex, with a boo. Speaking of boo, Friday is the 30th of October. So it might be a little themed. So even though you might not be a regular... Excuse me. My voice has been all right all day long. Although you might be a regular for just the Mondays and not the Fridays. You don't come on Fridays. Fridays will, of course, be themed. So you might want to join in that one as an extra, just in case.
Yes, quite a spooky one.
Oh, Team in Isolation. Oh, dear.
Fiona says, good to see you back, Alex, even though I'm at the distilling job. He did indeed.
Oh, thank you.
Caroline Brooking over on Twitch said, welcome back, both of you. Thank you very much, Caroline. Good to be back.
Yeah, I miss my buddy here. I've missed the banter. As you noticed, what you picked up on was there was lots of spaces where we would normally have the banter going between us. Instead of talking.
Oh, we've got Samantha Abnett on at YouTube. Hello, both of you. Welcome back, Alex. You were missed. Oh, thank you, Samantha. That's very nice of you. Debbie Logan's in isolation. I know all too well about the isolation. Unfortunately, I was stuck in isolation for 3 weeks due to a couple of people in my household being infected. Luckily, I didn't get affected. I was either asymptomatic or I just didn't get it. But yeah, we had someone tested positive for COVID who are doing well now, so that's okay. Epsilon 465 going ging is on Twitch. I have no idea what that means.
Can you put the score grid up so I can actually look at what teams we've got in there?
Yes.
So we've got lots of the usual people. One unicorn plus 2, as always, getting in there first. Tommy plus 4. Good of a few of you. Angry Birds plus 1. Fran and the Little Black Cat. Well, that's such a cute name. That really is such a cute name. Neighbours, Expandables, Infamous 5. Thank you, Infamous 5, for your donation earlier today. Charlie Lockdown Factory, Quizman Her, number 32. Losers just procrastinate. It's not actually. Noski's Servants, Ben just likes a lot of gravy. The Cheesy D's, hi Cheesy D's, nice to have seen you. The No Nothings, Portrait of a Cock at Midnight. Gone back to the proper name so I don't mess it up. The Fire Breathing Rubber Ducks. Your Acquisited Harry, Almo Angels, Indoor Boaters, and the Hungry Hogs.
So we've got Eileen McHale on YouTube, says hello Eileen, and Epsilon on Twitch says looking forward to beating Photo Finish. So that's what I like to see.
I like it. The gauntlet's thrown down already.
Debbie, I hope that your hubby gets through this okay. I hope you're one of the lucky ones that just gets the mild case, as my mum did. She barely had much wrong with her, but tested positive for COVID. All she had was a bit of a cough, aches and pains for a few days, and then she was fine. So, Nottingham going into Tier 3 lockdown 29th for at least 28 days.
Oh dear.
That's no fun, but we'll be here for you.
We'll be here.
In lockdown. We're also going to be discussing talking about the Patreon. We're going to get down to brass tacks to that one in the next few days. Yeah. So like that, how that works as well. Chunky Cartwright says, "Hi guys, great to have the dynamic duo back together."
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we've got 4 minutes and 15 seconds till we start.
And 15 seconds?
Indeed. As you can see in the bottom. So if you are watching this not live, as in you're catching up, then you can skip forward 4 minutes and then you'll be ready for the quiz. And as I am back, I have also brought the wine, which is the fantastic 19 Crimes, which was donated to us very kindly from Mr. Paul Molyneux, which is always appreciated. Especially with the last few weeks I've had, I would very much like to have a wine. Hello, Susan Lawrence, guess who's playing tonight? Says Sandra Bradshaw. I don't know. Debbie Logan, glad to hear. Baz isn't too well at the moment, but hopefully we'll bounce back soon. Yes, fingers crossed for Baz.
Well, that's a good glug on that one, isn't it?
Bit of ASMR. There we go. Oh, we've still got some people there. We've got Exiled for the Good of the Realm. We're checking in.
Hello, Bev. It's lovely to see you too.
Good evening, Bev. Yes. So we've got a couple of rounds that people have been asking for recently. They're returning.
Yeah.
Hi, Berry. Thank you very much. Jamie's Giants are in at the station. That is the other half of Wilma's Wonders.
Bev's Brainiacs are now in. I think they did a copy and paste to put that in because that went in all in one go.
Regular pub 10A. Is that your house number?
I don't know why I'm sniffing this because I haven't had a sense of smell for 10 years.
Smells like wine.
Cheeky kids. Fran, it's just me and Alex tonight. We haven't got a third person called Jonathan, but you'll have to see shortly to see what tonight's rounds are. There
are only 3 fire-breathing rubber ducks tonight. A tripod of fire-breathing rubber ducks. Kathy Clark, good evening, guys. Lovely to see you both. Lovely to see you, Kathy.
Speaking of fire-breathing and dragons and things, I have got completely hooked now on Once Upon a Time. The way they've structured that plot over all the episodes is absolutely brilliant. I'm trying to get him hooked. There's 7 series of it. I'm into series 2 already. And if Alex will get hooked, I'll wait till he catches up.
I've already got a lot to watch. I watch a lot of TV on catch up. Hello, Andrea.
Hello, Andrea.
Sue says, "Hi, am I seeing double tonight, or are the two of you?" Good evening, both. Good evening, Sue.
Right.
About a minute and a half.
Okay. With this minute and a half, I just want to talk about something that's been going on today on Facebook with me.
We can't do that yet because of the time.
Can't do that now. I'll do it afterwards then. I'll do it in one of the breaks. One of the recaps. Hello! Sounds almost Scottish.
Roy from Kerno checking in. Glad to see Alex is back. Looking forward to another great evening. We are too. I'm very excited to be back.
Yes.
I've had a very tumultuous few weeks and I'm looking forward to having a nice quiz with you all. So thank you for joining.
Yes. Don't hold back on us. Just give us your regular banter because it's what we're wanting. Actually, it's what we're needing in it. So, as always, it'll be insults in my direction, which you just pick up and talk about.
Indeed.
Well, perhaps not.
Maybe not for Bertie. No.
It's all welcome, Bertie. We want a normal night.
I need to sneeze.
Then sneeze and switch that button off.
No, not happening. Tracy Ann Kitching, please, in capital letters, please, can you do a shout out for Charlie as it's his 70th birthday on Friday? Woo woo.
Woohoo!
Well, happy birthday for Friday, Charlie. Hope you have a cracking 70th.
Hi, Julia. Hi, Matt. Cheeky get Matt. Halloween mask. Indeed.
All right. It's 8 o'clock.
So, we're going to post up on the line a link to Fran's video. So that is there where you can watch that.
Ryan says, Alexa, play The Boys Are Back. I'm not going to say it too long because mine will go off. Right. Here.
So
that's been your faces.
So basically, because so many people messaged me and it went down so well, I'm doing a repeat of last week's video of the week. It is my good friend, Mr. Josh Renton. You seemed to love this last Monday. And as I say, loads of people were contacting me saying, who was it? Who was it? So I'm putting it on again. So we're going to go off screen and we're going to put on Mr. Josh Renton and Gold.
With lonely hearts we slept, oh so close but far away. We know the end is coming soon. With tired eyes we wept, we've come together to fall apart. Oh my love, I'll miss you too. In that moment I could see that her whole life is better off without me. So break me open, then put me back together whole. Mend what's broken and put me back again with gold. And I know I'll never get to watch you grow old, but in time what's broken will be bound again with gold. I don't want to lose you. I guess I'm scared of what comes next. Don't say goodbye, it's far too soon. Maybe life will change and you'll come home to me again. Oh my love, I hope you do. And in that moment I could see that my whole life will never be the same without her. So break me open and put me back together whole. Mend what's broken and put me back again with gold. And I know I'll never get to watch you grow old, but in time what's broken will be bound again with gold. Oh, what a mess we made together, but still I'd stay with you forever. So break me open and put me back together whole. Mend what's broken and put me back again with gold. And I know I'll never get to watch you grow old, but in time what's broken will be bound again with gold. I know, I know, I know it's over. I know, yes I know, I know it's over.
All right, let's kick in with the intro.
Cause we like to play, don't you know? We won't go straight to the floor.
So hello, and thank you to Rats as usual for our theme tune. We've just been given some news in a message to us. A good friend of the quiz, who was part of the I'm With Stupid team down at the railway, unfortunately has passed. So we'd just like to do a cheers
To Jeff.
to Jeff. We're dedicating this quiz to Jeff.
I'm a big fan of his home gelato. Right.
He always started with 3 huge scoops of gelato every single week. Anyway, let's move on and cheers, Jeff.
Okay. So let's get on with your first round then. Here we go. Round number 1. Screen only. Nope, wrong one. There we are. Hello.
Alex is loving his Jonathans. Okay, what were you giving me? Odds or evens?
What do you want?
I'll take evens.
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 Okay. All right then. I'll start with the odds. So round number 1 is begins with round. All of your answers to this round begin with the same letter for this round and this round only. It begins with the letter D. Letter D. So as always, if it's a person's name, it's their first name that starts with the letter D, but their surname also needs to be included, but it may or may not start with the letter D. And some answers may be preceded by the word the. The. You spat on my cheek there. Right. Number one, what is the name of the hat? What is the name of the hat popularised by Sherlock Holmes? So what is the hat popularised by Sherlock Holmes?
Nice to see the comments about Jeff. Thank you, guys.
Such a character. He even came to my other quiz at the Good Companions. It was quite funny because sometimes I'd use a really good question every now and again that we'd done at the railway the week before, and he went, I don't remember them anyway. So you can do whatever you want. Always made me laugh.
Question number 2. Which Hindu festival is also known as the Festival of Lights?
Ooh.
And I've just realised I've just looked straight into that light while I was doing that.
That's not a good
And I've got this ring in front of me now.
It's going a lot better than the last couple of weeks. It's been fine without me, Steve.
Thank you very much, Steve. What team are you in? Just so I can take points off.
Although when I was watching it up north, I was having panic attacks every few seconds because nothing seemed to be going right. But then you put back in, and you'd be like, right, anyway, let's get with it.
But that's the thing is...
Hello, Sarah.
There's 2 of us doing it now. Either talking to you guys, like he's just changed that onto the next slide. So it covers each other. Whereas when you're doing it yourself, it's a bit more tricky because you're watching and looking where you're going and doing things instead of just talking to camera. Anyway, question 3.
Number 3, which is Homer Simpson's regular beer?
Hello, Sarah.
That's so nice you're all cheersing Jeff. That's fantastic.
Lovely guy.
So Homer Simpson's regular beer.
I'm not Steve. Hello, Sharon. Nice to see you.
Nice. Paul Molyneux says, in other words, Alex does all the work.
No, he doesn't. That's the point. He doesn't.
I set up the infrastructure for it all to work like this, but Mark does all the technical side as well. So it's checks and balances.
Do checks balance?
I don't know. Read the question.
It's usually Hungarians that do all the pivoting acts, isn't it, in services? All right, I'll move on. Question number 4. See, this is the banter I've missed. What D is rural slang for a farm horse?
This might be a divisive one, but we'll see how we go. Natasha says, thank you everyone for the toast to Jeff. You will be sorely missed. The dad jokes are back. Charlie Grant says, they are back with a vengeance. They're only funny if he says them and I have to groan at them. If he just does it to you, it's not as funny, is it?
Alex distracts Mark. See?
You do that all on your own.
And also, there's like a film now between the questions, with us talking to each other.
Yes.
Number 5, that's yours.
Number 5. This one is a tricky one, so we've asked you a bit early. There are 2 answers for 1 point each. What are the 2 teams in cricket's county championship that start with a letter D? I looked right at the ring just then. What a rookie mistake that was.
It's weird, isn't it, when you've got to try and look at the camera and not the ring around it.
Yeah, that was a dodgy sentence. Yeah, so again, there are
Behave!
There are 2 answers for 1 point each. Oh, I just remembered we haven't done our bonus question, our Zoom of the week.
Oh.
Should we do it now, halfway through?
No, we'll do it at recap.
Okay.
We'll do it at recap.
Mark didn't have time for jokes. He was too busy doing an excellent job and running the quiz.
I was too busy, that's for sure.
I think someone's been a bit of a teacher's pet, Charlie.
I don't care. Question 6. What D comes before dock, measure, and rot?
So what word? Or phrase? As that tends to be. What is rural slang anyway? Is it country cockney? Weird you should say that.
That's very cryptic, Fran.
Fran says, when we have a break, I've got to do something. Ooh. Charlie Gant says, I'm trying to avoid Mark docking 20 points, but it's difficult. Yes.
Let's now go up to 40 now, commenting like that.
Bit power mad he is. Bit trigger happy.
Question 7.
Number 7.
Well, I'm glad you got this one.
Number 7. Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee are responsible for which track that took the world by storm in 2017?
Hurricane?
Doesn't begin with a D, does it?
No.
So Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee responsible for which track?
Hurricane. Hurricane, yeah.
Yes, that's right, Charlie.
Gotta say, buddy, good to have you back.
Good to be back in the hot room.
That's it. It's because you've had it on all day. Honestly, it's been cold when I've come in here because I just switch it on before I get started.
It's just because I warm up a room, don't I?
Oh dear.
Moving on.
Question number 8. Now we're on to Cockney rhyming slang. What is Cockney rhyming slang for boots? What is Cockney rhyming slang for boots?
Do-wah diddy, says Bertie.
Diddy dum diddy yay? Or something like
She
that.
looked good. She looked fine.
Did she?
And I wanna make her mine. We'll probably get copyright struck if we
Yeah,
carry on.
we've got to be careful with that.
Even if I do terrible singing. You don't have to sing in key to get copyright struck, I've learnt that. Number 9. Number 9, from which port was the bulk of the British Expeditionary Force evacuated in 1940? So from which port was the bulk of the British Expeditionary Force evacuated in 1940? What is Cockney rhyming slang anyway? Is it rural slang, says Bertie? Now the old switcheroo.
We saw what you did there.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we'll do our bonus question in the recap. I don't think you've put a fake team name in tonight, have you?
No, I haven't. I forgot about that.
So it's just going to be 2 points for our bonus one. My specialist subject is Cockney rhyming slang, says Julia. Is that what you'd be on Mastermind?
Some of them are rude. Anyway, moving on. Question number 10. We're going to give you the lyrics. Just name the title of the song.
Hashtag no fake teamgate.
Now, what I'm going to tell you about a bit later is Busgate Gate. I've been having heated debates on Facebook.
Ah, friends going cleaning. I see. Get your chores out the way while you're watching the quiz. That's a good idea. Hall & Oates played their songs all the time. Love them. Do you know Hall & Oates are the biggest selling musical duo of all time?
Are they?
Worldwide.
Oates is very small. You're taller than him.
I doubt it. I'm not taller than anybody. Apart from my girlfriend.
So I'd hit him for that.
We did find out that my girlfriend is 2 inches too tall to be legally classed as a dwarf.
And I don't think she wants you talking about that on the quiz either.
You can't hide how small we are. I'm only 5'2". I nearly said 3 then. I used to say 3, but it's not 3. I'm not 5'3". I'm a 5'2" baby man. Right.
Okay, I think it's... Oh no, we've got this bit first. The return of... the marathon puzzle question.
Ooh, very good, Dominic Penner. A delightful debut decagon of questions. Love it.
You can tell he's a reporter, can't you?
With a word avalanche like that.
Okay. So 2 points for this. We'll give it you 4 times it comes through. Natasha, you behave yourself.
Charlie got Daryl Hall and John Oates have sold more albums than any of the Dewey music history, but that's from their record labels.
I think you said that earlier.
I did.
Anyway, got on to the marathon question. So, move it on to the next slide, please, sir. I want you to give me the 3-letter word that can be added to each of the following to make new words. I think I've made this a bit trickier this week, but then again, a lot of the time I say that and you just get it straight away. So we'll see how quickly you get it. Just let me know when you've got it. That's basically it.
Yeah, this one's worth 2 points, don't forget.
Yeah, worth 2 points. And here are those 4 words with the blanks. So what 3-letter word goes into there? It is an actual word that you slot in.
It's not just 3 random letters. So it makes a word, what you're saying.
Joe Gangsters put, gangsters are singing at each other and it's not gone very well.
So there you go. Okay, should we move on to our Zoom of the week?
I think we should do Zoom of the week.
This is where I would say that some people would have an unfair advantage.
Why?
As it's going to be the first person to guess it right. And if you are watching on Twitch or YouTube, you will see it before the Facebook audience. So it does pay to be on Twitch and YouTube. As we said before, we're trying to diversify and move away from Facebook. So if you do want to switch over to Twitch and YouTube, search for us on there, because actually you may have a slight advantage.
Bev reckons she's got it already.
Well, Bev. Love
I expected at least round 2.
Right then, let's see how you go for this one. Here we go. Oh, Charlie Grant says we've got it. Well, so it's your Zoom of your week. What is that? The first person to guess our zoomed in image will get themselves 2 bonus points. It's the first person to guess. We are looking at Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. Oh,
Matt Neeland.
On YouTube.
Straight in there.
I should have made it harder. He did correctly guess it is the Statue of Liberty. So Matt Neeland on YouTube, you do get your team a bonus 2 points. Yes, Ben Logan got it on YouTube as well, and Debbie straight in as well. Yeah, unfortunately the YouTube did get it first. I'm going to try and make sure we can get a bit more... Actually, next time we do it, we'll do the first person to guess on YouTube and the first person to guess on Facebook.
I think that's a good idea.
We'll do that
I think we should do that anyway.
Okay.
So the first person on here...
was Ben Logan.
So Ben Logan, you can have 2 points as well.
So, yep, so that's Matt Neeland's team and Ben Logan's team. You can each both get yourself 2 points.
Unless you're in the same team, but you can't double up.
Yeah, I don't think Matt Neeland's in their team, but there you go. Anyway, so that was your zoomed in. I thought it would have.
Well, you didn't do zoom out to show them.
Oh. Oh God, it's doing the eyeball. Sorry, guys. Ben says, "Yes, then I'm smart, you know." Yeah, so it was the Statue of Liberty's head. Yes. Next week will be even harder. Yes. Okay. Right, pop you back. So there's your 3-letter word thingy, and we'll pop you back to there.
And there is our PayPal if you'd like to help us out. We are aware that some of you are having problems with PayPal. In the week, we're going to create a mini video showing how to do it, how it works.
We are looking at other avenues for ways for donating as well. Charlie Grant says, do a postal comp, put all correct answers in a tub and pick a random winner. Wear gloves in brackets.
Okay, let's put that on. That was the black bit I was on about.
That's because it's transitioning.
Ah.
Alright, and I'll put a bit of music in the background as well. Back to that.
Right. So let us know your points in that round. You haven't been telling us your points.
You don't know yet, we've done the answers.
Oh, no, we haven't. I'm ahead of myself. I'm looking more forward to Lovecraft Country. I haven't seen it for 3 weeks. Excellent programme.
Yeah, and we're also watching that Raised by Wolves, and it's the return of Star Trek Discovery. If you didn't think we were Trekkies, you were wildly mistaken. Of course we are. I like that. Bertie's trying to be smart, and Charlie Grant's just giving back the beat down, saying, no, it's copper, Bertie. It's quite soft. I would like to have seen it in its pre-patina days. Because it was completely... Because obviously it was a bronze copper statue. It was a giant gleaming brown thing.
Well, bronze would keep its colour. It must have been Just copper,
Hmm.
not bronze.
Yeah, it was bronze coloured.
All right.
So
Well,
yeah,
copper coloured, surely. So I think it's made of
Whatever.
copper. Just shut up. You're going to pull me up later on, so I might as well get it in now.
what else?
Debbie reckons she's got the marathon.
I didn't quite understand the marathon earlier. I woke up a bit today, a bit on the other side of the bed.
What are you having these days, aren't you? Yeah, we get it.
So I didn't. Mark was like, "Do you want to make that a bit easier, a bit harder?" I was like, "I don't know."
I gave him 8 potential options.
I couldn't decide.
I came up with 8 different words for it and asked him to choose.
Joe Jones Paternos has got
Got the Marston.
the Marston.
Is that the beer? Is that the brewery? Marston's Brewery. How we do for time? Oh, we're all right for time. I'll let you do the answers to this one.
Oh, will you?
Yeah.
Right. So round
I'm
two.
letting you catch up, you said.
Yeah. Rounds 2 and 3 are minute-long ones. There are no recaps of round 2 and 3.
Which will give me time to do to talk about what's been going on Facebook.
Oh dear God.
It's not Facebook, is it? Yeah, it has been Facebook and on Twitter.
Point of pedigree, please. Got the marathon.
Joe's just got the marathon.
We knew what you meant. We'll let it go to 10, I think, and then we'll probably move on. It's
Yes.
not an overly tricky round. It's a nice warm-up for the brain.
I don't know 7 myself.
You don't know 7?
No, well, I do know now, but I wouldn't have known it.
David says, "You're building it up, Mark. I hope it's worth it."
It's probably not.
Well, wait to be your own hype man. Jesus.
Oh, thank you, Jackie. That's lovely to read.
I think we were Laura and Hardy, weren't we?
No, I don't think we've done that yet.
Oh, okay.
Have we done Laurel and Hardy yet? Can you remember if we have or not?
I'm sure Charlie Grant will tell us. Resident researcher, keeper of the Bible of the quiz. Alright, I think that's enough for that one. So we'll move back onto there. As we said before, if you want to do donate, it is paypal.me/quiz actually. Or you can go through paypal.com, send to a person or payee, and it's Mark and Alex Quiz at yahoo.com. Either one of those works. Okay, Kathy Clark says no.
But what's she saying no to?
I think Laurel and Hardy.
No. All right.
Zen Kingsley says the Murray Lachlan younger version of Do I Diddy is lip point thing. Wise and Morecambe.
Oh, Zen. Hello.
Yeah, of all the people's names you're going to recognise, Xenia is definitely one you will remember.
Yes.
Xenia is so unique as my name, her actual Twitter handle is just Zen.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. I don't think many people can do that nowadays.
No.
Penn and Teller. Yeah, but that would mean one of us has to keep silent, and that's never going to happen, is it?
I could gag you. That wouldn't work, would it? Right.
Okay, I'm going to do that right.
Samantha said yes, you have, but I'm not sure what to.
I think the Laurel and Hardy.
Oh,
Anyone
yes.
else hoping for a Dostoevsky question and homage to the Pub Quiz episode of The Office? Stephen Hawking's football boots. Right, onto that one. Speed race. Andrea's got the marathon.
Hooray! And that comes in at the end of this as well. I threw it in extra.
Hail and pace, says Samantha. I'm not on YouTube.
Short, fat, hairy legs. Cheeky.
Let's leave it at that. Okay, on with the answers. 2 points each for all of those.
Mm-hmm.
Hi guys, miss you, says Zen. Bev soon. Definitely. Chef's kiss, that's what you meant. I couldn't get the words out. Excuse me. So again, these are all with 2 points each. Points for first names, points for surnames, so on and so forth. What?
Go on.
Okay. So, number 1. The hat popularised by Sherlock Holmes. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Is a deerstalker. Deerstalker for number 1.
Kathy's got the marathon.
Number 2. The Hindu festival, also known as the Festival of Lights, is Diwali. Diwali for number 2. They also have a festival that celebrates dogs, which I think is wholly fantastic.
Fran's done her cleaning.
Number 3. Homer Simpson's regular beer is Duff. Or the continental version, which is Doof, with an umlaut. Number 4. A rural slang for a farm horse is a dobbin. A dobbin, I've heard before. We're saving the marathon until the end. After all, it's a marathon, not a sprint, says Bertie. Indeed. Number 5. The 2 teams in cricket's county championship that both start with the letter D for 1 point each. It is Derbyshire and Durham. Sarah, these all begin with the answer D.
She's back to normal, isn't she?
Number 6. The D that comes before dock, measure and rot is dry. Dry dock, dry measure and dry rot.
You said that very dryly.
Indeed. Number 4. What about a dray horse?
That isn't slang.
Oh, well, that's untold.
A dray is a horse that carries beer barrels and things like that. It's specific term.
So yeah, it has to be Dobbin, not Dre, unfortunately, Andrea. And that's from the word of God himself. So Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee are responsible for the track Despacito. Despacito.
Not only did I not know it, I didn't know how to pronounce it either.
Oh, that's why you may do the answers then. Number 8. Cut your rabbit slang for boots is daisies, as in daisy roots. So daisies. As long as you've got daisies, that's fine.
Sarah, how much have you been drinking, love?
Number 9. The port where the bulk of the British Expeditionary Force were evacuated was, of course, Dunkirk. There's a movie about it, a small indie film.
Is there?
And finally, number 10.
Is it very stylish? Is it stylish?
What are you talking about?
Is it stylish, Harry? Explain it to him, someone.
No, I got it. It's just not that good. Daisy Dukes. Well, as long as you've got Daisy or Daisies, that's fine, Bertie. It doesn't have to be Daisy Dukes. As long as you've got Daisy or Daisies, that's fine. Peter Lacey.
I'm going to look into Dun.
So the song, just listen to the music of the traffic in the city, link with the sidewalk with the neon signs of pretty is, of course, Petula Clark's Downtown. Downtown. I haven't seen 1917 or Jojo Rabbit, Bertie, but it's on my list.
Dun, it relates to a gene relating to horses. It's not a slang term.
Well, there you go. Sarah, you do not speak for us.
She's gone mental, hasn't she? I think she's bigging up her part, as we say.
Indeed.
So we're putting it back on one more time for you.
Bertie says we had Doug being good to me.
Bev got 20, Crafty Craig with 16, the Kitchling's got 18.
Caroline, if you put Daisy, that's the only relevant thing you need. Daisy or Daisies. If you put Dukes or Roots, doesn't matter. It's the Daisies that we were looking for. Ooh, Gangster's got 20, despite bad singing, and the Dre's actually the cart used to transport the beer. Ah, there you go. Dun is a colour of a horse, says Roy.
Thank you, Roy.
Thank you for your equine
16 for
experts.
Noskies, Kathy 15.
Zen says, I realise I can watch this through my Xbox, which I'm thoroughly enjoying.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we've got to add that onto our system now. And Xbox.
Yeah. Anywhere that you can watch live stuff. Okay. So there you go. That is your 3-letter word that adds to those. Again, if you get that right, that's worth 2 points. You put in the bonus column at the end.
At the end.
At the end. You did manage to do the things right.
Yes, I did get it right.
Good. 18 for the GCD, says Rob Birtles.
Yeah, but that's for round 3, not round 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't fit it all on one page, though. Okay. Should have gone with 10 at the bases used in Short Circuit 2 to find them stuck in a freezer. Bertie, what are you on about, my friend? Okay.
No, I didn't even attempt it because I had no idea.
I do like Short Circuit 2. Although I don't like the idea that Fisher Stevens was playing Indian Man, which was kind of weird and highly racist. No, yeah. The 80s were a weird time, I guess. Right.
Yeah, that cultural appropriation, because it was accepted back then. Can you actually judge the past that far back?
I think it's a question not meant for a quiz.
Okay.
Okay, let's go on with round number 2.
And it's what we were asked for. What have you done now?
Good grief, what have I done? Oh my god, there we go.
There we go.
Right.
Can't get snap these days. It worked so much smoother last week.
Mm-hmm. All right, so round number 2 is...
One of your favourites.
Let's Return of the Dingbats.
It was quite loud on that bit. I don't know
Just
about
have to
the
wake you
countdown
up.
sound.
Do you-
18 for the cheesy D's.
That's what I mentioned. Right. So again, he's marking double denim tonight.
No, it's not even denim. It's not even denim.
You never do double denim unless you are a hillbilly. Right. So it is Dingbats, and it is 1 minute for all of these. Again, if I find a comment funnier than what I've got, I will accept it, but I'll only be doing it in a 30-second window because it obviously takes too long to hear all your answers. So I'm only going to pick the funniest one, I think, and that'll be the one I accept. Right. Ears no bleeding, says Paul Molyneux. I'm very, very sorry. Right. Number 1. Nice easy one to start you off with. What's that one? Here we go.
And we'll give you an extra 10 seconds at the end just to confirm with your team captain. Catch up on the stream.
Julie says, turn your deaf aid down, Paul.
So any other comments? No, we've got nothing more on Twitch. We've got nothing more on YouTube. You're all being silent on there. We want to hear from you.
I think it's just a case of most people watching it on YouTube and talking through Facebook. I don't think there's really much interpretation for this one. I can't hear you, Julia, says Paul. Very good.
So we'll just give you a few more seconds to get your answers to your team captain.
Although we should all know this one, I think. This one's a nice, easy one. Yeah, Charlie Grant says, a discussion on does cultural appropriation justify 80s media racism is way too deep of a subject for this forum. We're here to have fun. Exactly.
Wait till I get on to talking later.
Here we go. This one is, of course, a seal of approval. A seal of approval. I'm not accepting any alternates for that one. So a seal of approval for number 1. That's 2 points for all of these, as always.
Number 2 is this one.
There you go. You got a minute. What? Says Debbie Logan.
Debbie's not happy with that one. You said it was easy. Debbie's not happy.
Ah, dear. After 2 questions, we're loving the dingbats as usual, says Charlie Grant.
That's good. And you've got Jonathan to come.
Make sure you don't put any answers in the chat, as funny as that was. I'll just delete that there. Don't put any answers, joking or not, in that one. Kathy Clark says 2 questions, lost the plot already.
So no more wit then, Kathy.
Ooh. Yes, I did like Xenia's comment, but again, it was Celtic Seal Tick. Peter Lacey says. That's all right.
Ooh.
Seal Tick? Celtic?
I don't think it's as good as yours,
It's
to be
not
honest.
really a dingbat, is it?
No.
No. I do like it, Peter, but I'm not going to accept it. Alright, so number 2. It wasn't the cocktail. No. Number 2, it was... Oh, it's done that thing again. It's punch in the mouth. Punch in the... No. Punch in the mouth. No, I like the idea of seal tick, but I'm not having it, unfortunately. No. So punch in the mouth for number 2.
I never let it happen. This is his round.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we chose it between us, but I'm making him the judge on this one.
Pale and Pacey back together, a Dingbats and Jonathan Round. What a day, says Charlie.
Indeed. We thought we'd make it a good one for you, since
Alright.
we're both back. Number 3, Alex, what have you got for us?
Number 3 is this one. I would say no. No.
No.
You must communicate what you observe. Communicate what you observe.
Yes, communicate what you observe.
For legal reasons, we can't use the words that you're thinking of. Portsmouth. No, Yvonne, it was a punch bowl, unfortunately.
Yeah, we did put a bottle of port in there.
Yeah, I like it though. I might use it again sometime. I'm going to steal that off you, but no, that's not what I'm looking for that one.
Sangria cob.
I like that. Q2, make mine a double Bacardi and Coke. I've no idea what you mean, Andrea.
Oh, thanks. What is in my glass was empty. And top yours up, sir?
Port and lemon. Yvonne, I'm not quite sure what the tangent you're on now.
Joe, I am happy my partner in crime is here. I've got someone to bounce off. It's
19 crimes, in fact. I don't know that you can see that.
um
Punch drunk for 2. There's nothing about it being drunk. It's a mouth. There's no hint towards something being drunk.
right. I think we've come to the end of that one.
So number 3 is when
At the end of that one.
when you get a little bit scared, a little bit frisson. It is when your hairs are standing on end. Your hairs are standing on end.
Let's see what they have to say about that one.
Julia says, I don't know why you do this to Bertie. Neither do I, Julia. Luckily, I only have to suffer him twice a week.
What?
I mean, it's not what we put. My silly answer was more cocktail related. The punch drunk was trying to help other people with the wrong answers. Trying to help people.
No, they're not rabbits. They've got big ears.
Also, there's not really a saying for rabbits standing on end. It's hairs. Okay, moving on.
Number 4, we've got this one for you.
Number 4 is...
I think I like this one.
Happy ending.
Hoppy ending. No.
Why is one pink? Because I used the same image 3 times. I thought it'd be nice just to have a different colour. When I looked on the stock website, I specifically typed in hair and they were drawn as hairs. The artist himself used that as his expression, so...
Charlie's liking question 4. They definitely look like bummies. And they weren't buttocks.
Ah yes, the old saying. Confused businessman likes planks. Sounds like almost like an Asian proverb. And that's your time up. I'll give you a few seconds to finalise your answer with your team captain. How about tail end for the last question? There wasn't really a tail on there.
Yeah, we'd have specifically put a tail on there rather than a hair.
Also, the rabbits don't really have tails, do they? They have a little...
No. Well, they're not rabbits even, they're hares.
No, they are hairs. Yes, that's right. And number 4.
Oh, Mr. Cox is in.
That was why I was saying tail end. So number 4 is the saying, confused businessman likes plants. No, it is... Why does it do this? I don't set it to do this. Can't see the wood for the trees. Can't see the wood for the trees from before. I don't know why it comes in like that. I don't set it to do that.
And the first one worked okay, didn't it?
I also like the fact he's wearing 2-tone trousers, says then.
Oh, he is actually.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with my answers for this one, guys. I'm not going to accept any alternates, just because it takes too long. You got a good point, Charles. We suffer from enough waffle as it is. Right, number 5. Let's see what you think about this one.
I like this one.
Kathy got one. Hey, Kathy.
Hey.
Yeah, as I like to say, there are 2 kinds of people in the world. Those that get dingbats and those with minds as weird as ours. Fran went to Somerset. Ooh, have we had fun in Somerset, Fran?
Drinking lots of cider.
Kate Johnson, question 2, sucker punch. No, unfortunately not. As good as that was, I'm not accepting that one. Punch in the mouth.
Not my choice. He literally said, I'm going to decide what we're accepting and what we're not tonight.
Yes. And the level-headed man himself, Mr. Charles Kitching, also said that we are waffling by picking too many different answers. So I'm going to stick with that.
Coming to the end of that, put your answers with your team captains, please.
I don't think that's a very appropriate question, Bertie. I think, you know. Anyway, number 5. That one is... God damn. Growing Old. Growing Old, number 5. Yeah, it's to Specsavers, yeah. Read line number 3. Now number 4. Alright, moving on. Number 6.
6. Another goodie. What's this one?
This one might be the most divisive one. We'll see.
This is the one we might have to give alternatives for.
Possibly, yeah. Charlie Grant, there are 2 types of people in this world. Those that can extrapolate from incomplete data. I saw a quite funny TikTok where someone did that. It was, they looked at the camera and went, I may have asthma. But the bigger you get, the older you get. What does that mean, Crafty Craig? The bigger you get, the older you get. So weird. I know. I don't know where you got.
I didn't say anything. I was just looking at it in disbelief, to be honest.
I would love to know where you got that from. That's quite funny. I like that. You grow old. But yeah, that was the point of it. It was growing old. Julie Hardy says, if you do a cryptic crossword, you don't get to negotiate better answers. It's the answer defined by the quizmeisters, or go home. I'm not going to say that, but
yes.
All right, this one is the trickier of the lot, I think. This one, I was looking for the answer. Graveyard shift. Graveyard shift. Zen says she was thinking of something about an enormous D, but no. Now, as we've said before, this is a family channel. There are young'uns watching. Oh, especially saying that. I know
Charlie Grant's been put in a home.
Oh, God. We also have the return of the team captain Freya as well, who loves a good Jonathan round. So there we go. I would be remiss not to mention the lovely Freya. Okay, moving on. Number 7.
Number 7
is this one.
This is my favourite one. Can I do the answer to this one?
If you want. Joe said, I got it. Oh my God. My God, I got it, said Kathy Thomas. Yeah, I thought that was the harder one, but it seems the people who don't do very well got it. So that's a good sign. That's good. I'm glad. About Charlie being in a home. Yes, Mark, I mentioned that I knew you, and they can find me immediately.
It was meant to be an evil laugh, wasn't it?
It was something.
I do like this one.
Seven is not a saying, no. You are literally saying, you are communicating what you observe on this one. This isn't a saying, really. It's just something that you can...
That you would say?
You would say. It's not a saying, but you would say it.
It's not a popular saying. It's a dingbat.
It's a dingbat, of course. Paul Molyneux, yeah.
Yeah, we cannot say those words.
That one. There we go. I'll put it in again for you, Fran. That was Fran's performance on YouTube.
Okay. Time is up. What we've got in there is in the afternoon. 2 in the afternoon.
Bertie says probably say it once a day. Yeah. You would, yeah.
2 in the afternoon.
What about bodyguard for number 6? Said Simon Lipscomb on YouTube. Bodyguard.
That was the graveyard one.
Oh, that's really good. Bodyguard, I'll accept, Simon. That's actually better than what I thought of. That's better. I like that. Bodyguard, I will accept.
He's actually accepted one.
And that was better than what I had, definitely. And that's the only time I'm doing that, so don't ever try and suggest anything else, guys, because it's not going to happen. Right, moving on. Number 8.
We saved time with 2 p.m. No, that's not right, Bertie.
Number 8. I'm not going to pin it at the bottom, Fran, just because it gets in the way of things. People say it blocks the screen. Number 8. Another slightly tricky one, but literally look at it and then come up with an answer. Ellie Grant says, my gran had a clock that didn't work. She told me it's okay, it's right twice a day.
It was the news weatherman this week when he was talking about the clocks going back. And he actually commented, the clock in my car will be correct again.
If you were like Mark, you looked at the wrong clock and came down going, we've got a quiz to get ready.
Yeah, I was an hour ahead. The arrows are pointing at each other, indicating that togetherness.
What the hell was that?
I'm trying to just do it without giving the game away.
Just communicate what you observe. What can you see?
It means they're communicating with each other.
What are they doing?
They're communicating with each other is what that arrow indicates.
Also, it could be to do with...
No, you're giving too much away.
Well, the answers already should be coming up anyway. Okay, this one. Yeah, Ben Logan.
No, we can't say that.
We can't say that, but you can.
Because it's a different thing altogether.
Right. Number 8 is a close call. Because they're close.
And they're calling each other.
They're calling each other. Hence the arrow. Anyway.
Number 9.
Number 9. I like this one.
I forgot what 9 is. Oh, I do like this one.
Close encounters. Family ties. You weren't tied up.
It didn't include the phone. You needed something that included the phone.
Yeah. It is bad social distancing, Debbie, yeah. Question 8, trunk call. What's trunk call?
But there's no trunk in there, so...
Talking to yourself. They were 2 different people, hence their clothing colours. And one of them was holding a briefcase. But no ties, as Cassie.
Bertie's going with close encounters on the phone at 2 p.m. with a tie.
As good a guess as any?
No ties? I don't think no ties.
If you don't get it now, don't get it. Unfortunately, we can't put it in. Okay. Number 8, awful, no idea, says Julie. Unfortunate. We put no family ties due to that red arrow. Was it because it was red?
I still don't get it myself. Anyway.
Number 9.
Number 9 is... Last but not least.
Change a tyre, says Michael Stockham. Ooh. No. I like it, but it wasn't what the 2 people were hinting at. It was the fact that they were on the phone and they were close together.
And I did actually comment about that it was them communicating with each other.
Yeah. So it's last but not least. The abdomen is called the trunk, says Joe. Ooh, that's a bit of a stretch, unfortunately. But he says, where's the tyre? Oh.
He put on weight. That's where the tyre was. Next one. Finally in this round.
Probably the best one. If you do know this one, even if you've got the slightest hint, don't give it away because I really, really like this one. Number 10.
I love this one. This is my favourite, actually. This is groan worthy.
This is probably the best one of the round, hence why it's the last one. If you do get this one, I'll be very proud of you all. The last E of the night is not the last. Question 8, joined at the hip.
No, because I did say it was to do with the communication.
Unfortunately, you were given the clue, guys.
And apparently we're too bloody young to remember trunk calls. And they just put an F on there as well, so I don't know whether that's deliberate.
Trunk calls?
Trying to swear, or whether it was just a miscalculation.
Probably a typo.
That was the word I was thinking. Typo.
Yeah. Typo negative. I know what I'm doing. How about least but not last? I mean, it's the same thing.
You're going to allow that for once?
Yeah, I'll allow that for France, that's fine.
You're allowing it for France. Number 10 is Genius. I thought so too.
Right, number 10.
Number 10 is the absolutely wonderful Liz 10 to me.
Liz 10 to me. Fabulous dingbats round, one of your best. Thank you very much, Charlie.
Thank you. We do work hard on them.
I had my doubts, but now you've said it, I'm glad.
Yeah,
So
Liz 10 and 2 me. We loved it.
Mm.
We've held on. We've had this since the very, very start, and we were going to hold it on for a good one, didn't we?
Bertie says, we had Liz 10 to me. That's the same thing. It's just if you say it fast, listen to me.
Maria got it. That's great. 18 for the fire-breathing rubber ducks.
Let us know your score on the side. 14 for Fiona. You said it was a great round.
Crafty K got 10. Kitchlings, they got 12. Oh, Kitching, sorry. I ain't got my glasses on, it's a bit tricky.
Only 10 for Claire, unfortunately.
She was groaning though.
16 for the Boaters. Our worst round ever, says Debbie Logan. Oh. Ryan Hall says, oh dear. Not telling us your score, just saying, oh dear.
The Gangsters got a gangstery 18.
Hurting me. No,
No, not as good as.
unfortunately not. Bev says she loves the round. Good.
Okay, let's put those back on again for you. A lot of you seem to have got it, but let's leave it up there for the rest of you.
Okay.
And then before we go on to the next round, I'm just going to talk about me on Twitter and Facebook. Down in Brighton, we've got problems with our traffic.
Is this... Are you saying this is your soapbox moment?
I'm saying what's annoyed me today.
Oh.
What have you got? What's this? What are you doing?
It's Mark's soapbox.
How long have you been playing with that all day?
I've had it planned for weeks.
So basically, in Brighton, instead of calling it a bus lane, instead of calling it buses only, they put this word out there that says bus gate. And I did a poll on Facebook, and 80% of people didn't know what it means. And then they wonder why 5,000 people have gone through it in the trial period by accident and been given warning letters. It goes live in Brighton tomorrow, and you get fined because they've got a nice little camera ready to take your photo if you go through it.
Your photo?
Yeah, it is absolutely ridiculous. That's my soapbox moment. It is Busgate Gate.
I actually put it on Twitter as well that if you need to have a video to explain how to use a road, you've made a really terrible road. 16 for Quiz Harry on Twitch. Sorry to neglect you there, Caroline.
Yeah, if you want to see it, just go on to Brighton People, and just some ridiculous responses I've had on there as well. Some right old jobs worth on there.
Julie says she loves the soapbox graphics. Yes,
that was new to me.
I was quite proud of that.
Cheeky little sod.
I had it planned for ages, and then when I was away, I was thinking how I could do it. Peter Lacey says, "Where is the camera?"
It's on Marlborough Place. So you're allowed to go up that bit of road for access in front of the language schools, if you know of it, on the Stein. And then at the end, you can either turn left into Trafalgar Street or Gloucester Road or whichever it is there, or you have to turn right. If you go through what they've just put Busgate on the road, it takes a picture of your car and it gives you a nice nasty fine. As I say, in a short period of time, 5,000 people have gone through there because it's so misleading.
Yeah, essentially it does say bus and taxis only, but you can still drive up there.
It says bus, taxi.
To a certain point.
Yeah, it says bus, taxis and access, and then at the next junction it just says Busgate. And if you go straight on, thinking that it's exactly the same, you actually get fined for it.
Anyway, so that's Busgate Gate. This London road, says Joe.
It's coming north from the pier.
Anyway, if you're not from Brighton, this means absolutely nothing to you, but I'm glad you enjoyed the soapbox graphic. Anyway.
That's what you're bothered about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your soapbox graphic.
Yeah, love it.
Oh, okay. We have got to one of your favourite rounds ever. It is.
Because of course,
and the general populace told us,
aka Jonathan. Sorry, we drifted off, said Paul. And Paul Marriott also said everything's off of the pier. That's true.
Yeah, but I meant directly. Right, what do you want on this one? Odds or evens?
Pride in your work, Alex, says Julie. Damn right. If you haven't played this before, it's very similar to that game show on television, but it's not quite the same.
No, it's complete. It is different format.
You have to come up with what you think the most popular answer is. So, for example, we might say, guess a yellow flower. With your team, you have a minute to decide what you think the top answer is. You then get 10 extra seconds to collate your answer to your team captain, and then you get points awarded according to how far high they are on the screen.
And please remember, these are based off answers from the general public. They are actually answers. I know a researcher. They are actually answers, so we can't get it wrong. Sometimes it's the public in their brilliance, but often than not, it's them in their downright ignorance.
Indeed. Right. Okay, so very similar to that thing you may have seen before, but it's completely different. That's our legal disclaimer.
Well, it is. It's completely different.
Right, number 1. Name an appliance usually found in every person's home. So name an appliance usually found in every person's home.
And here comes your countdown.
It's just a funny verbal gymnastics. And put to the public, we said, what should we call a bus lane? Our top answer was busgate. I've never heard of a busgate.
Neither have I. Apparently it's happened somewhere else, but if 5,000 people are making the mistake, clearly the signage is wrong. And 80% of people on the poll had no idea what it meant.
The appliance usually found in every person's home. Depends a biggie garden.
Is that an appliance?
No.
It's electrified, it's an appliance of science.
Okay, my phone's going off now. Charlie Grant says, don't blame Hall & Oates for the answers. It's the Great British Public that should be blamed. Sorry. Oh, I'm not going to say what you said. The Great British Unwashed. I wouldn't go that far. Right.
Dear me, that's terrible.
So you'll find a few seconds to collate your answer to your team captain if you are playing in separate households. It's just time for everyone to be in the sync. Dynamic music. I did not know such a thing existed, says Joe. You know what? You're going to lose points.
You're going to get it because we've got the dynamic duo.
Too loud, says Jackie Cartwright. I will turn it down for you next time. All right, here we go. For 1 point, we have a washing machine.
Washing machine.
Washing machine. For 2 points, we have a toaster. For 3 points, an oven. For 4 points, it's a microwave. That's a microwave. And top answer for 5 points is
The fridge.
the fridge. I'm saying a little bit more because that music might be a bit loud for a few of you. Right. Okay.
On to number 2. Certain ones of you out there, please contain yourself with this question, because I know the smut we're going to get posted.
People don't have kettles, apparently, no. That's what the Great British Public said.
Name something people must be old enough to do.
Aye, time starts. Washing machines live longer with Calgon, says Alex Logan.
Apparently not. You actually spend more on the Calgon than you would do actually buying a new washing machine.
I think it's convenient, isn't it? Kettle. Don't these people drink tea, says Joe. That might have been the 6th top answer.
Like I said, we don't know. It's the British public in their downright ignorance at times.
I mean, a lot of you were talking about a couple of weeks ago. We had one where people say mint choc chip shouldn't have been an answer for ice cream, in which I say mint choc chip is the only answer for ice cream.
Indeed.
So there you go.
Who's never gone through that period in their life where the only ice cream they would ever have was mint choc chip?
Love it. We all have to be old enough to do everything. Again, the answer could be, esoteric, but it's what the British public said.
Okay, finalise those answers. For 1 point, we have vote. For 2 points, we have get married. For 3 points, we have to gamble. For 4 points, we have drive. And your top answer is drink.
Hi, Stacky and Mark. It's me, Jenna, and I want to say, do you play Among Us? I don't, unfortunately, Jenna.
Do I play what? I've lost that.
Among Us.
No.
Hey guys, you can't enter points in the bonus column. Okie dokie, I will make sure
We'll fix that in the next break.
Yeah, in the next week we'll do that for you.
Number 3, Alex.
Number 3.
Your question.
Oh, I like this one. As we're not going to be doing Jonathan for our Halloween special, I thought we put a couple of creepy questions in. Esoteric is my word of the week, says Charlie. Yes. So this is a bit of a creepier one. Number 3, name something that scares people even if they don't believe it's real. So name something that scares people even if they don't actually believe that they're real.
Calm yourself, Bertie.
Time starts now. Drink does come under alcohol. Yep, you can have alcohol for drink, Fran. I just got an email telling me I'm using an image illegally on my website. The website that they quoted was not my website. That's a weird one.
What is this?
That's Bertie's comment. It's almost like a Bangladeshi news corporation trying to claim the idea of a spinning globe as their own.
Yes, and getting you kicked off.
Yeah. Joe Saxon said no sex. And Andrew said not when the quiz is on. I like
Yeah, that'd be very weird on the Zoom meeting, wouldn't it?
Mm. Not tonight, Josephine, said Roy Dunson.
To Joe.
No idea what's going on.
It's getting a bit mental, isn't it?
Mm.
So we're watching our TV programmes. What do you reckon we should be watching? Give us your hints of what we should look at, because we're coming to the end of Lovecraft Country, aren't we?
Well, we've got 3 weeks left to go.
Well, that's going to be 2, because
Plus
we know the last one is going to be a double. It'd be so tempting that we just can't leave it.
We've also got Wolves and Star Trek.
Hmm.
Okay, so something that scares people even if they don't actually believe that it's real. For 1 point, we have aliens. Aliens. For 2 points, we have vampires. Mandalorian. Love it, Charlie Grant.
I still to see that.
Vampires for number 2. For 3 points, it's horror films. They're not real, but they still scare you. For 4 points, it's monsters. So if you just put generic monster, that will get you 4 points. And the top answer for 5 points is ghosts. Top Boy, says Ben. I've not heard of that one.
No. Oh, is that Top Boy set on a council estate? I think that's... And I think it's got the guy who played Mickey Clarke in Doctor Who in it.
Oh yeah. Charles Smith says Busgate for number 3. Something that scares people even if they're not real. Very good. Zombies was not there, Joe, unfortunately.
No.
Fran says, how about Friends? Friends are real. Alright, moving on.
Okay. Wait for Series 2 and now playing catch up before the weekend. I'm not sure what that's on. Anyway, number 4. Name a bad place to fall asleep.
So name a bad place to fall asleep. Julie says zombies are real.
And that's just Charlie.
Wow.
We'll do it again.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got a few people donated so far, so thank you very much for that. If you do want to donate, it's paypal.me/quizaptly. Much appreciated.
Some of these comments, I don't know what they're referring to, which makes it even weirder. But Joe's just put, it depends if you're a dribbler. I have no idea what context that is in, but it does sound funny and weird.
Yeah, I've got a picture from Zen of us on her TV.
Oh, that's lovely.
Thank you very much, Zen. Well, there you go. It's after 9 o'clock.
I don't get that.
It's dinging time.
Genuinely do not get it.
Oh, dear. Okay, so a bad place to fall asleep.
Weirdly, Charlie, because he mustn't have heard it by then, but Charlie, it did actually happen just after you put it up there. Okay, for 1 point, we have the very wonderful Cliff Edge.
You just put edge of something, I guess that's the same, isn't it?
Is it?
You don't sleep on the edge of anything, do you, really?
For 2 points, we have School.
At a bus gate in Broadstairs, now removed, says Jeff Nuttall. Did they remove it because nobody knew what a bus gate was?
Did they put buses only or bus lane instead?
For 3 points.
We have Behind the Wheel of a Car. For 4 points, Don't Let the Boss Catch You. At Work. And your top answer is On a Train. Because you missed your stop.
Like Rosted and Friends. Poughkeepsie, the last stop is Poughkeepsie.
Julie's put Busgate, Gate.
All right,
I
moving on.
love it.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5. Name a vegetable you cannot eat in one bite.
I'm going to nip out because I need to blow my nose.
Ben says good teachers let you sleep. So name a vegetable you cannot eat in one bite. Thank you very much, whoever sent that one there. I can't actually see it on Mark's phone, but thank you very much for the donations. Much appreciated. Yeah. Jeff Nuttall said put up just bus gate. Nobody knew what it meant. Do you think that's intentional to put something on there? Well, it should be the whole thing. Well, you should know your highway code, really. That old excuse. I've had an answer for number 5 that I'm not allowed to use due to PC rules. Indeed, Bertie. We won't be crossing any lines. Fran went to a wedding once and a person fell asleep in the bar. Oh, dear. In West Sussex, you always end up in Barnum feeling bemused. I like these stories of people falling asleep where they shouldn't have. My phone's vibrating and it shouldn't do. Don't know what's going on. Okay, so collate your answers to your team captains. A vegetable that you cannot eat in one bite. For 1 point, we have
What have I missed?
squash. You rushed back so you could do that. I knew it.
I didn't rush back at all.
For 2 points, it is, excuse me, a celery. I mean, if you've got a really big mouth, you can probably squeeze it in, I guess. Celery for 2 points. Palm on your... Oh, dear. No, for 3 points, we have a potato. You can't really eat one in one bite, apparently. For 4 points, it is corn on the cob. You can eat a lot of corn in one bite, but you can't eat the entire corn on the cob. Everything's on a cob.
Our intrepid researcher has actually gone onto the Brighton and Hove Council website. It's the actual term busgate isn't even in the highway code.
Is it not?
No.
And your top answer is a carrot. You can't eat an entire carrot in one bite.
Unless you're Bugs Bunny.
Well, you need to shoot it. Okay, so there you go. If you did have a better answer than that, unfortunately we can't accept it because we are going off the public and not ourselves.
Indeed. Number 6. Name something children take with them to the park.
Kathy Clark says baby carrots. No. Well, baby carrots are baby carrots. They're not carrots, apparently. Aubergine's not on there, says Blarina. It's a good one, but it's not there.
I can't say too much, but if just because people are talking about things like that sort of thing, put into YouTube BBC weather and otter. That's all I can say. It's a bit naughty.
And that's that.
And have the word prank in, it will work.
We're running slightly behind time, guys, so we are going to try and catch ourselves up a little bit in this round. There was never any leftover sherry in our house, says Charlie Grant. Sherry Niles? Jasper Carrot. What are you talking about? I've lost the train of thought completely in this one.
Yeah, well, there's something about Bertie drinking sherry at age 6. Anyway, let's get your answers together, because here we go with the answers.
So name something children take with them to the park.
For 1 point, we have the dog. For 2 points, kite.
Let's go fly a kite.
For 3 points, a frisbee. For 4 points, a bike, and your top answer is a ball. I expected parents to be in there because parents don't take kids to the park. Kids take parents to the park.
All right, moving on. Number 7. Name a phrase or word that begins with the word good. So name a phrase that begins with the word good.
Thank you. I'm going to have a look who these people are just so I can quickly, without giving it too obviously who they are. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Karina. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Karina. Baggy chicken.
I don't get this baggy chicken. Someone needs to explain baggy chicken to me. To Lisa, to Claire, to Peter, to Deborah.
Fran says, how about football? Yeah, a football is the same as a ball. That's absolutely fine. White Lightning's not on the list, says Potter Marriott.
That's quite true, actually. Yeah, that and Special Brew Export.
Can I have scooter instead of bike? Unfortunately not. We can only go for the answers that we were given. Much as I'd like to.
Some weird nonsense going on the live chat. I haven't got a clue what they're going on about. Okay, your time is up. Alex is going to give you the answers now.
So a phrase that begins with the word good. We have good riddance. I don't know what you do. Good luck. 3 points. Good night.
Josephine.
4 is good morning. And your top answer is good bye. Yeah. And the words of Truman, in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
It would have been good if they could have done a sequel to that film. But I don't think they could have lived up to how good the first one was.
No. All right.
Number 8. Name someone who might wear a mask. I've just come up with an alternative answer for this, which I'll say at the end.
Debbie says she's definitely making up for the dingbats round. That's all.
Oh, that's good to hear.
That's the whole point of this round. It is for those people who don't always get the more lateral questions. It's a bit more of a free-for-all. So it sort of evens it out.
I've just done another one.
Well, thank you very much to that person. You know who you are.
I'm just looking it up.
Tinfoil hat wearers aren't wearing bloody masks, said Bertie. Is this a 2020 question?
That last thing was someone who traditionally gives us all the twos as their donation. Thank you to you. And I've noticed that Simon has also...
I'm not saying you think, Debbie. I'm saying that people who don't always do lateral questions well do better on this one because there's no... You can't know the answer. You can only guess. Which is why I think it helps to even it out. Answer number 8 should be everyone at the moment, says Bev, page 1.
Possibly. Okay, let's put your answers to the test. For 1 point, we have got a wrestler.
You're a Mexican wrestler, I guess?
For 2 points, we have a clown. For 3 points, we have a fireman to protect him. For 4 points, we have a thief or a robber, a mugger, anything of that ilk.
So he says you forgot the exempt.
And your top answer is a frontline worker or a doctor.
So if you put anything to do with the medical profession, that will be absolutely fine. Yeah.
And if you said Joe Round at the co-op, that would do as well.
If you did put everyone as an answer, you can have 3 points.
Ooh.
If you jokingly put it, or if you did mean it, if you put everybody, you can have 3 points because I think it is quite important.
I best came up with Power Rangers. Superhero is not there, unfortunately. Dentist, does that count as a frontline worker?
Doctor, medical profession, yeah. Dentist is fine. Any medical profession. Again, if you did put everyone, as in everyone should be wearing a mask, you can have 3 points, as I think it's worth mentioning.
Okay, on to number 9.
Number 9.
That's we're about 10 minutes over.
Name something people do before getting out of bed in the morning. Name something people do before getting out of bed in the morning. Thank you very much for your donation.
I don't know who that was, but they put more wine money. It didn't come up who it was. I just saw the text more wine money, which you'd actually put in as a comment. So thank you for that.
Andrea says, how about Jim Carrey in The Mask?
That was the one I was going to suggest, Jim Carrey.
Batman's a good one from Jackie Cartwright. I would put it in, but again, we've got to go for what the general public say, apart from me doing an override and saying everybody.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Am I allowed to do a Bertie answer for number 9, says Bertie Helms? You can try. We put Donald Trump, does that count as a clown?
I won't go into politics.
No, politics free zone. That's as better as politics as we get on that one.
It's a doctor? No.
Who's the doctor?
I don't know, but I just went no. Okay, that is your lot.
Here we go then with your answers. Grab the vodka at the moment. That's pretty good. Alright, something people do before getting out of bed in the morning. For 1 point we have... Open your eyes. Just get up without opening your eyes and stumble into the bathroom.
Well, I did that this morning. Because the damn alarm... I've been up since 5:30 today. Damn alarm went off somewhere, 5:30. Room total darkness. I stumbled around the bedroom trying to find the door. Couldn't find the door. Found my way back to the bed. Went to go to my bedside lamp. Knocked my glass of water over in the meantime. So that went everywhere. And then it went off again at 7:30. And then...
We are running behind. Let's not forget. For 2 points, we have yawn. Yawn. For 3 points is stretch. Yawn and stretch and try to come to life. For 4 points is check your phone. We are in 2020 after all, as the news comes thick and fast. And for the top answer, we have turn alarm off.
Matt's just said, am I singing part live? I like that. Okay.
How about wake up?
No, it wasn't in there.
Unfortunately not, no. And finally, number 10.
Number 10, we've gone back on the spooky. And God knows what certain people are going to put to this. Name something you'd be afraid to do alone. Dun, dun, dun. Apparently being told to shut up.
I'm not called that. My name doesn't have an extra A on it. Go on a date alone. There's that woman in America who
did that happen a lot, Bertie?
There's that woman in America who for tax purposes married herself.
Yeah?
And it was legal. It was declared illegal afterwards, but for a brief time it was legal to marry yourself.
So she got double the allowance.
I think it's more of a protest than anything else.
Yeah.
You got another 10 seconds left.
In Japan, there are people actually marrying lifelike dolls, which is quite weird.
Oh, I see. You tell your smart speaker to shut up. I get you. Okay, something you'd be afraid to do alone. Final scores. Alec McKee said a 3-legged race. Well, anyway.
Some weird nonsense going on there.
Okay, something you'd be afraid to do alone for 1 point is go camping. Oh, I definitely would. I would hate to do that alone. For 2 points is sleep. Oh, something you do. Oh, sleeping alone. For 3 points is to go walking at night. Definitely, if you're of the female persuasion, it's even harder for you. For 4 points, it is to travel alone. I love
female persuasion.
Well, men have it a lot easier walking at night than women do.
Yeah, but men could have a persuasion. I suppose so. Never mind.
Travelling alone. I would like to travel alone. I like doing it. And for 5 points, we have as your top answer is watch a horror film. I also don't like playing horror games by myself. I can't do it. Okay, so what you need to do now is add your points together and divide it by 2 to give you your final score out of 25 points.
Matt, you're being so naughty tonight. That's terrible.
You'd be afraid to leave Mark with Lisa Stansfield. Indeed.
You are funny, though. I must admit. You are funny.
So once again, you add your points together and then divide your final score by 2 to give you your final score out of 25. I'm trying to give them the rules. Stop laughing.
Sorry. It's just tickling me, that one.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
24 for Alex Logan. Well done. Suzanne also with 24. Doing very well on that one. Don't know why the thing frills, but anyway. Here it is for another time. It's your 3-letter word that goes into each of those to make new words. Kathy Clark got 2p. Kitchen's got 12 again. Sad face. Oh. 20, 21 and a half, 20, and 21 for the boaters. Wonderful stuff. Okay.
Fiona got 17 and a half. So there is our PayPal if you would like to pay your subs, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
As we say, if you are in the same boat as us and you've literally got no other income coming in, you guys literally are our only income. We're being honest about that. If you've got no income coming in, we don't want your money. Look after yourselves, look after your family. However, if you have got some money in, just a £2 normal entry fee for a quiz makes a huge difference to us when you all do it. So thank you.
I'm just going to very quickly make sure that the bonus column on the sheet now is... there we go. Is it going to do it?
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. So you can now put your points in the bonus column on the sheet. Okie dokie.
Let us know if you can't, but you should be able to.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to move on
to the final round.
To the final round.
Because we're about 10 minutes behind.
We'll catch up. It'll be fine.
We're going to do this round. Oh, thank you. So nice to have you both back. I'm getting the comments.
Sometimes you get the comments. Sometimes you get the amount. It's weird. We don't get to see the names though.
No.
Okay.
I'll do that if I have a look at it. We're going to speed through the questions a little bit on this to catch up with a bit of time, but you will have the recap to actually get your answers back.
Bertie says that TV wasn't down as an appliance, it's still grating my gears. Oh, excuse me. It's Andrea's birthday tomorrow, says Joe. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Andrea.
Happy birthday, Andrea.
Okay, it is general knowledge. 2 points for every question. Points for first names, points for surnames, and all the rest. I'm going to do...
Someone has actually given
Evens.
us... Can I just say this one? Someone has actually donated us money towards Busgate Fine. You know who you are. Thank you for that. That's one. I love that. I think that's so funny.
Right, I'm doing evens.
Oh God, what have I got odds? Is there a really awkward one? Thank you very much, someone said on there. Okay, number 1. Which American retailer bought Asda Supermarket in 1999? It was not Prince.
Joe Sang says she's quite old now. Well, old is just relative.
Basically, age is a number in your head. I still feel around about late 20s, but that's just the way I behave, isn't it, really?
So, which US retailer bought Asda in 1999? Number 2. Which word describes something new as well as a work of fiction?
Do you have any wine left at all?
Betty says, did they get a rollback price?
I'll let you do it, and then you can split it between us. Thank you. Question number 3. The former counties of Cumberland and Westmoreland form the majority of which current county?
Everyone thinks they're 27, says Julia. I think I'm 27 and I'm 29.
You're just not going to go out. Honestly, I don't feel that. You reach a certain age and that's where you stick at, because that's where you are mentally.
When anyone says but if something happened 5 years ago, I still think it's 2007.
Do you want to do that one?
Please give a shout out for my brother-in-law Colin. It's his birthday today, says Charlie Grant. Well, happy birthday, Colin.
Happy birthday, Colin.
And as we've said, age is just a number. Did you have another shout out to do?
I did do a shout out to the Team Thomas earlier.
Did you? Okay.
But you didn't hear me say that, did you?
No.
So I'm saying it again. Shout out to Team Thomas out there.
Wow, you get 2 shout outs. Number 4, other than being TV programmes, what is the connection between Big Brother and Room 101? Bertie says, trouble is, I've always thought I was 53, just the 12 years to go. 53? Why 53? So other than being TV programmes, what's the connection between Big Brother and Room 101?
Question number 5. What is the main source of energy in our ecosystem?
Roy coming in with a sick burn there, I like it. So what is the main source of energy in our ecosystem?
Number 6.
Number 6. Number 6. What Q is a person cooperating with an enemy who's occupied his country? 3 years between us, Alex says Fran. Debbie says she was never 25. I was either 24 or 26. Well, I actually heard from someone saying as well that depending on what year your actual birthday is, it doesn't matter because this year's such a write-off. You might as well just say your birthday is next year instead. So technically, I'm gonna be 29 again next year. It's fine because this year's just been absolutely crap, hasn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't very happy with the clocks going back.
No,
Meaning we had it for another hour.
yeah, another extra hour.
Extra hour in this year. I'm not happy with that.
This annus horribilis. Watching you read the comics is amusing, says Joe.
Okay, question 7. True or false? Is this true or am I completely making it up again? There are no moles in Ireland, and that's the animal burying type.
Not as in a mole on a face.
Yeah, this is the ones that are in your garden that dig up the lawn. True or false? There are no moles in Ireland. Is that true, or am I completely making it up?
I've never seen a mole.
Have you been in a hole?
I saw a badger on the side of a road once. I was very excited by it. I think I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't dead.
You did.
I just saw it and I almost crashed my car. I was like, "Oh my god, a badger!"
If you do like badgers, on Twitter, Mr. Lumpy and friends, and they feed the badger every night.
Oh, I've seen that. It's very good.
There's badgers and foxes and all sorts, and they feed them, and they actually take people. Well, pre-COVID, they took people in to actually watch it.
Number 8. What name is given to the mixture of potassium nitrate, charcoal, and sulfur? So, what name is given to the mixture of potassium nitrate, charcoal, and sulfur?
Please be specific.
Yes, be specific. And it is something you've all heard of. You've definitely heard of it, without a doubt.
No reason. Like Jarvis Cocker was always knocking on Bertie. Knocking on 40. Bertie went 13 better. Bertie hasn't got the age of a 13-year-old, I must admit.
Wow.
On to number 9. What sport is played on a court measuring 18 metres by 9 metres with a net 2.43 metres high? What is that? Oh, we've caught up lovely, I think. And finally for you.
We'll probably be finishing in about 1:45, I would think. Fine, that'll be the end of it.
Yeah.
Sorting the scores out at 1:45. Okay. Couldn't see it either. Number 10. Which board game, first published in 2004, involves placing different coloured railway cars between destination cities on a map? I may have been blocked, says Bertie.
Again. So that's your lot. We're going to quickly go straight into the recap so you can see those all again because we did rush through some of them.
Yeah, I think everyone's seen the 3-letter thing, so we don't need to put that on again.
No.
So a nice quick recap. This will be about 3 or 4 minutes long, if that, just so you can see all your scores. On
If that was serious, wasn't it?
If
that.
I love playing sport with a net, says Chris Barnes. Ah, dear.
It's even better bedding. Sorry, couldn't resist. Okay, we'll see you back in 2 minutes, Fran.
A bit of music on my way. Bit of music.
And Miyazaki.
It's a motorcycle, isn't it?
Look her in, man. That was just so sickly sweet. It was just awful. It really was bad.
I forgot to put it up earlier. So there's your donate button. If you do want to donate, it is. I did that wrong way. It's that. No, it is that way. It is that way.
It's that way.
No, yeah, it's that way.
No.
Yeah. If you'd like to donate, it's paypal.me/quiz. Actually, again, we are going to start on the Patreon, which will involve behind the scenes things as well. But we'll talk about that more when we've got a full idea. We've got a lot going on at the moment, especially with me being away for 3 weeks. I'm going to make an Annette Curtin joke. The curtains have been neglected recently. Oh, those. Oh, yeah.
They go back to 1992.
Right. I will say as well that I think it was Sarah that suggested that on our Patreon, the highest tier patron will get a signed picture of our curtains.
No. What we will do... I've got to find it again. But in my... You know how everyone has a memories box and you keep all your important stuff in there? I actually have a cutting from the original material which will not have faded in the way that has faded. I might cut that in half and give it to someone who goes to the highest patron.
Yeah, there'll be a slot for 2 of the top tier patrons, and they'll get themselves a sampling of the original curtains, which is those lovely things behind us there.
When they're full of the... These have faded over the years. Yeah, when they were full of their vitality.
Misread 7 is Morales.
Well, it wouldn't be morals for you, Bertie, would it?
Miles Morales. I don't know who Miles Morales is. If you do, put it in the comments. Who is Miles Morales?
Well, he's going to get our resident researcher looking at that one.
Our curtains are good price.
Oh dear, Andrea, that's a good one. I like it.
Our curtains are good price. Draw your own conclusions, Andrea. You're Morales, maybe. No, I'm looking for Miles Morales. Who can tell me who Miles Morales is? Or better known as?
He's a superhero.
Oh, don't give it away.
Has to be.
Charlie Grant says superhero, yes. But which superhero? Something to do with Spider-Man, Debbie Logan said. That'll do. It is Spider-Man, yeah. And Joe Jones, Patton also got it with Spider-Man. Yes. It is the half black, half Hispanic Spider-Man, which was introduced a few years ago. Very, very good. Okay. Excuse me.
Let's put the answers up.
Ginger Man, says Bertie. No, that's my stepdad. Right. I don't think he's awake. It's fine. Right.
That's even worse.
Okay. On with your answers.
Shall I do these?
If you like.
I like to do these. So question number... Oh, no, we haven't. Right, straight into the answers. Boom. Question 1. The American retailer buying Asda in 1999 was, of course, Walmart. I think they're trying to offload it if they haven't done already. The word describing something new as well as a work of fiction is novel.
As in the novel coronavirus?
That's China.
What?
Question number 3. Cumberland and Westmoreland became Cumbria.
I am back, says Fran. Welcome back, Fran.
Fran, Walmart, novel and Cumbria are your first 3 answers.
So it's Walmart, novel and Cumbria.
Other than being TV programmes, the connection between Big Brother and Room 101 is the novel 1984.
You could also be as loose as saying George Orwell. We'll also accept that. Because it was George Orwell's books.
Apparently so. I wouldn't have given it, but he did.
I am.
The main source of energy in our ecosystem is, of course, the sun. What Q is a person cooperating with an enemy who has occupied his country, named after an actual person. This was this person's surname, and it has become generic now to mean someone who cooperates with an enemy occupying his country. It is Quisling.
Yeah, I once called a bunch of people at a quiz my little Quislings, and someone said, "Do you really know what that means?" I went, "No, I don't know what it means. Tell me." And they told me.
Yes.
No, I'm saying.
True or false? There are no moles in Ireland. It is true. B&Q got found out. They basically couldn't understand why they hadn't sold any of their mole traps, which apparently they sell in the UK. There are no moles in Ireland. Number 8, we did say be specific. It is gunpowder.
It is not TNT or dynamite. There are more chemicals involved in that one.
The sport is volleyball. I thought that was an easy one, but we'll see.
Quisling actually, says Andrew.
Oh, I like that.
Very
Andrea.
good. Volleyball for number 9.
And finally, I had no idea on this one. It's obviously one of your questions in the database. It is, of course, Ticket to Ride.
Very well done if you got that one. Probably one of the harder questions I've ever come up with.
Yes, that is one of the hard
Because
questions.
it's quite obscure. But if
Did
you're,
anyone actually get that one?
if you're into board games, it is...
Yeah, if you got number 10, please do say number 10, yes. Thank you. Just so we know. And then moving on to...
Sue loves that game. Fantastic. She got it right then. I hope.
I've never played it.
Number 10, yes, says Stephanie Gooch on YouTube. Fran,
So
no.
no.
Carrie Lee, yes.
So people do know it.
Oh, it was a lot easier than I thought it was.
And, okay, on to the marathon question.
Simon also said yes on YouTube.
Okay, the 3-letter word that you're adding to that is... Do tell me how many of you got this right. Air. So Burns, Dairies, Airhead and Glaring.
James Freeman played number 10 yesterday. Well then.
Well, you got it right then, didn't you?
Fancy that.
Great for you. I'm loving how at the end the YouTube comments come in.
Charlie says, don't forget to remove the bonus box protect. I think I did remove it. Please let me know if it's not the case. But
Yeah, we have corrected that.
I do think you can go in it now, but I will double
But
check.
do tell us if you can't.
Yeah, so I'll put the score grid cam up there.
I'm going to go on to PayPal and just see...
Glaring is misspelt, says Bluina.
No, it's not. I checked it. So who have we had recently? Karen, thank you very much. Matt, thank you very much. Caroline, thank you very much.
Yes to air, said Roy.
Thank you, James. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Robert.
Apparently glaring is a word. It's from the word glare, which is the raw white of an egg, or a glaze. So you can glaring, apparently. So there you go. You can see on the screen there, for turning it off. Right, I'll have a quick check the sheet.
Apparently it's a technical word for bookbinding.
It didn't do it. Why did it not do it?
Come out of that column. If you're in that column, folks, just come out of the bonus column at the moment. Click onto another column because we're about to change that.
There we go. You should be okay now.
The Colonels have got 78.5. Well done to them.
Gangsters. Let's put you in
Let's
there.
put you in
We've got 20,
18,
23,
23 and
20
20 plus 2.
and 2. So that's 83.
So we
Bluey said, anyway, we've got it right. So there you go.
50 for Kathy. You're not even on beer. I'm sorry.
I'm going to give it 2 minutes to do the scoring. Not any bonus colour on.
Well, everybody else seems to be able to put the amounts into the bonus column because we're seeing it all populate.
Yeah, I think that's some. Yeah, that is. It's still working. Fran, final scores: 4, 2, 12.5, and 2.
Is that on Tommy's team? I think it is.
But there's Fran and the little black cat.
Oh, no, it'll be Fran and the little black cat. Right.
Someone else is also filling in your score, so we'll leave it for you there now. You can put the amount, but not summing. Okie dokie. I will double check why it's not doing that. E2 and I2. Should be doing it now, guys. E3 to I3. Yes.
Just go to a blank one and then just put it underneath. And thank you to... I'm going to look it up because I think it's important now to look it up. I won't say exactly who it is because I know people don't want too much said. That was Julie. Thank you very much, Julie. And also Karen before that.
You can type but not calculating. I don't know why it's not doing it.
Just go to the bottom. Go left. Put 2 there. That seems to be working.
Yeah, it's definitely working at the bottom one.
So just click on that one and scroll it up. No, that one. That one, because we know that one works.
Dear me, Bertie.
Oh dear.
Ah, dear. Number 10, yes, it says Jonathan Abnett, and Wendy Pickles said it's not adding a bonus to the top. It should be now, guys. If it not, I'll. Definitely should be. That's 40, 64 and a half, 74 and a half.
That's 20 in the end anyway. So yeah, 84 and a half. That's right. Just seems to be adding up to us when we're looking at them.
Hashtag bonus box hate. Oh dear. With categories we've got what came first. We are planning on that. We're also planning on Beat the Quizmaster, which we'll be doing soon.
Under or over. Someone keeps putting that in at least once. At least one team a week is putting that in. In all seriousness, do you want under or over again?
Well, it gets requested, so I think we should do it eventually. Maybe we'll do it next Monday.
Let's see who the latest one is.
Right, let's get your scores in order. I've given you the extra minute there. So, let's sort the range.
Someone, it'd be obvious who it is if I mention the name. So you gave us £5. Thank you so much for that for your team. Makes a big difference.
All right, so there we go. Ooh, it's been a while since we've had this team at the top. The Expandables
Are the winners?
They got full marks.
Did they? 20, 25, 10, and 2. Well done, the Expendables.
Fantastic. Please, yes, please. I love under and over, says Alex. Fiona just said no. Bertie said no. Kathy said no.
Alex said yes. Fiona said no.
Well,
Paul said yes.
We don't listen to the haters, so. Fire breathing rubber ducks. Of course I can, Carrie. Fire breathing rubber ducks. There you are. We got 20.
18.
18.
20.5.
20.5.
18 plus 2.
78 and a half. There you go. Select one more time.
Can you do that without making those noises?
Nope. Every time. Bye, Alex. Thanks for playing.
Bye, Alex. See you. Do come and, if you're not a normal regular Friday people and you can join us, it will be a Halloween special. There'll be lots going on, and it's worth joining.
Rebecca said no thanks.
I love the thanks bit of it.
No thanks. No. No, if you do under and over again, it will be streamlined. It will be different. It will be less confusing.
And more obvious.
Yeah, if you've not played a quiz with us before, the first time we do something, it's always a cataclysmic mess. And then the second time we do it, it's a little bit better. And by the third time, we've got it down. So, yeah, if you didn't enjoy it the first time, you will by the third.
Night, Debbie.
Thank you very much, Debbie. Thanks for playing.
Do you find them and maybe something else? No, that's possible.
Friday nights were made for quiz, actually. That's a good one.
Oh, I like that line. We're going to nick that, Joe.
How much more streamlined can you get under and over? Ways to go on that one.
Thank you, Kenos.
Why does that happen? We've got someone at the top.
What?
The Spandals are now at 81. They didn't get 4 marks. Oh.
Expandables, just double check. It's either someone's changed your score or you've corrected yourselves. So please have a quick look on that, please, for us.
Can't sync your changes, apparently. Thank you, Fran. See you next Monday. Thank you, Natasha. Thanks so much for playing. Thank you, Paul. Good to have you back, Alex. Thank you so much.
It is good to have him back, isn't it?
Bye, said Crafty Grey. Yeah, for some reason, my spreadsheet's not seeming to be syncing correctly. This is a bit of a weird one.
We'll have a look at it later.
Yeah. You know who you are. As we said before, points don't really matter, but just for a bit of fun. It doesn't seem to be working. I'm not quite sure why. Thank you, Andrew. It's been nice to be back.
As I said, we're planning a special for Halloween.
Some spooky rounds. A general knowledge round probably in there as well, but... Oh, we've still got a few people watching on our YouTube and on our Facebook.
Yeah, quite a lot, actually, which is nice.
Joe says, go on, give Alex a massive hug. No, we don't do hugs.
Elbow bumps.
Want to like we beat Bev's team for once, says Blarina. Trying to dethrone the champions. I'm going to see if I can get back to the score sheet. It doesn't seem to want to work. I'm not sure why. I'm going to pop us back to there. Just for a quick sec.
What's that?
I've got no idea.
Oh, that's another one. That was... Thank you, Joanne. Much appreciated.
Yep, something quite strange has happened to my score sheet. If it's nefarious, then I will find out who it was, because I can track your IP, so make sure you don't do things like that again. Weekly VR plug, said Bertie. I played Beat Saber when I was in lockdown. I do want to try and branch out for VR, but unfortunately PS VR isn't as good as PC.
I sent it up to him. Hermes is actually quite a good delivery package, I thought. It was quite cheaper than I thought it was going to be.
Whoa, Joe says, I'm writing a Halloween quiz for the big quiz, which is now an international affair. Wow, we're dripping with town criers. That's a brand new sentence.
That's a lot of tissues.
Yeah, Beat Saber is good. I really enjoy it. There's not a lot of choice for songs I've found, but...
What's Beat Saber?
You have to just hit boxes with your swords when the music plays. It's a lot more fun than it sounds.
I've seen you fishing in that pond game, so yeah, I can imagine.
That's Animal Crossing. Completely different game system. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the score sheet. Try again.
It tells us it's not syncing for some reason, which we don't get.
There we go.
That's working now.
Can someone put intention in the category column on mine? Said Kathy. I don't know what you mean. Bye, Joe. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, Bev. Thank you very much for playing. We'll see you on Friday. VTOR, flight sim, you actually flick switches and pull levers in a virtual cockpit. Much fun.
Bertie Hanna's, who I don't think he's not commented tonight, but our friends in Munich, Hanna's loves the flight simulator and literally flies over people's houses to order and then takes pictures of them.
I want to play that Half-Life Alyx, but unfortunately I don't have a Vive headset for my PlayStation, for my PC. Also,
thanks, Matt. Thank you.
Ghost
Despite
game,
your comments.
Ghost game, you have to find evidence of ghosts. I don't scare easily, but Christ, I'm scared to go back, says Bertie. I've seen the Room is good for VR, mystery solving. Let's talk about the VR. It's going to alienate a few people. We still got...
Someone said something about the quiz there. Emma saying looking forward to Friday's Halloween quiz. Well, I think you should. It's going to be special.
Hyping up a little bit. Yes, I'm thinking maybe... should I give away one of them? I'm thinking maybe doing a spooky movie Invisibles.
We might be doing.
I'm thinking of that. A couple of other things as well.
We've got quite a few spooky questions as well.
Maybe some spooky pictures as well, other than that. If you like the morphs, then maybe something like that might happen. We don't know.
Yes.
I'm not playing coy, we generally don't know. We haven't worked it out yet.
We haven't worked it out. We just know we're going to do a special for it.
Yes. We'll give you one more minute and we are going. The Invisible Man, nothing to do. The Charlie Grant. Claude Rains was the Invisible Man.
Which country?
What?
Which country?
Which country?
Does Claude Rains?
Anyway, that awkward silence. Thank you very much, Kathy. Fab quiz, thanks. Yeah.
We're almost... How's that ticking clock going?
We are at 10-2, so we are going to love you and leave you guys. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for your donations. Really glad to be back. Bertie's blocked, he says bye.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yes, thank you so much. It's been really nice to be back. Really glad to have seen you all, guys. If you haven't donated, if you could share our Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube, it makes all the difference in the world, and it only takes you 2 seconds.
Adios amigos, says Charlie Grant. And media, yeah, as well. Bye
what
says...
the hell? Did you have a stroke then?
I had something.
Yeah.
Bye says Julia. Goodbye, Julia.
Fran's got commitments on Friday, so you can't do it. That's fine, Fran. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for playing. It's time for our end screen. We're going to go watch Lovecraft Country. See you in a bit. Thank you very much. Bye.